said you wanted to be held accountable, so I'm going to do that. Section 2 of the 2006 Fraud Act reads, made false representations dishonestly knowing that representation was or might be untrue or misleading, with intent to make gain for himself or others, to cause loss, or to expose another with risk of loss. After your David Icke video was taken down on all major sites, you started a funding drive to create a new freedom of free speech platform.
Are you reading from an article, or what are you reading from?
I'm reading from my question.
Okay, gotcha. Cool.
Free speech platform, a blockchain system, and a legal challenge that you said you would go to the European courts with. You raised over £1 million. I have to ask, where did that money go? Did any of this go into your mayoral campaign? And finally, I've seen accounts accuse you of breaking the Section 2 of 2006 Fraud Act, which I just read out. Do you think you've acted in accordance with these regulations?
So last year, we had a massive fight for freedom of speech. And so just to give you a little bit of context, I started London Real in 2011, and for 9 years, I broadcast live conversations from my studio with a variety of guests, a variety of controversial guests, from Rose McGowan, who started the Me Too movement, to Edward Snowden's attorney, to Moazzam Begg, who was illegally imprisoned in Guantanamo Bay, to John Cleese from Monty Python, who I had on recently, who was being censored on major platforms. And on April 6th of last year, I was broadcasting an episode on YouTube. It was the second largest live stream in the world, so clearly it wanted to be watched. And afterwards, it was deleted and banned. And something felt wrong when you have a right to free speech as a human. Something felt wrong that was being banned. So I fought back against YouTube. It was really the basis of my entire business, by the way. And I fought back against them, and we decided we had to move on and keep broadcasting these conversations. So we created our own platform, and we ended up pulling off the largest live stream of a human conversation in history on the back of that. And I couldn't be more proud of the work that we've done with the Digital Freedom Platform. I couldn't be more proud of what we broadcast and how we fought back for freedom of speech. So yeah, it was an incredible moment. And so many people are happy that we did this. We have so much support for what we did. And we raised that money and we spent that money building this platform, doing the live streams. And again, incredibly proud of that work. And that's one of the reasons we have so much support on this campaign, because we walk the walk as well. We stand for freedoms, and we've shown that we've supported these freedoms in the past. And I think people really appreciate that.
How do you imagine that your platforming of David Icke, who was a Holocaust denier, and said the Holocaust was one made up and also that Jews, some of them are Elizabeth. How do you feel that the quite large Jewish population of London is going to take to you airing somebody who denied an attempt to exterminate their race?
Yeah, I don't really know if that quote is accurate or not. This is what I try to do on London. This is what I try to do on London Mail. So what I try to do on, just 1 second, by the way. First of all, what I try to do on London Real is try to get people on the show that have a wide range of perspectives, including Ava Schloss, who actually survived Auschwitz as well. And we had a long conversation with her, Rose McGowan of the Me Too movement, et cetera. The list goes on. And I try to put people in that chair and allow them to express their point of view, because that's their human right. Now, I met people in the streets that say, I disagree with that guest. I don't like what he said. And I said, okay, but do they have the right to say it? And they said, of course. Or should the government not give you the rights? Should they protect you from those ideas? And I think it's better to have these conversations in open as opposed to someplace on the dark web. And I'm really about freedoms. I'm also about freedom for democracy. So when I was recently stopped by police and banned from campaigning, something felt wrong about that, not giving you the right to choose your candidates. So we're all about freedom. And I'm very proud of what I did. And I don't agree with everything my guests have to say, by the way, but I think I do believe in their right to say it, and I will defend that right to the death. And that's very, very important.
Can I jump in here? So I've just got a question on freedom of speech, because you keep repeating this during your campaign. You said like you were going to create this digital freedom platform, which people are still concerned about where their money went, because you said you'd tell them exactly where every penny went. And I feel you avoided my question a bit there on that.
No, not at all.
But carrying on with my question, the digital freedom platform, in its terms of service, says it determines anything offensive, unlawful, threatening, defamatory, obscene, or otherwise objectionable. This is no different to the YouTube terms of service, the exact thing you plan to oppose. And you also delete every single comment that is negative towards you on your live streams, on your YouTube channel. If you don't stand for freedom of speech, what do you stand for?
So I don't know what the question was there. What was the question?
The question was, do you stand for freedom of speech since you delete comments that are negative?
We clearly stand for freedom of speech. I mean, that's why we created that platform. Otherwise, all you have is the choice of Google, Facebook, et cetera, which all those platforms deplatform me as well. We were one of the few people that continued to put those conversations, and we published those conversations. And so I'm very proud of the work that we've done. And of course, we believe in freedom of speech. Now, I don't believe in hate speech or anything inciting violence or the overthrow of governments. We've always been that way. And that just makes common sense. But again, very proud of the work that we've done. And that's why we have so much support in London. People really believe in what we do.
Okay, so you're polling at 4% one, so I don't know how much support that is in London.
Well, the polls are a 20th century instrument on a 21st century phenomena. You should know that. I mean, the social media says different. Obviously,
let's not get into polling.
The odds makers say differently as well.
Can I just carry on with my question? So in the freedom of speech, you've deleted comments that are saying things against you, against some of your work, but yet you're happy to give a platform to somebody who denies the Holocaust and who pushes the Elders of Zion thing, which was used by the Nazis. It was used by the Nazis. What's what they're doing? What is the difference?
I can't confirm or deny that. I've over 1,000 guests over the last 10 years.
You had
They
David
have a variety of points of view.
So
they have a variety of points of view.
So just to check, you're denying that David Icke said this, or
no? They have a variety of points of view, and I respect their right to say it. And I think they should have the right to express that point of view, and people should have the right to have those conversations.
Be elected mayor of one of the most diverse cities in the world.
To debate that as well, and to consider that.
To say the Holocaust didn't happen.
And also the comments. You've deleted comments off your channel that are even vaguely against what you're doing. They're saying like you.
We have a social media team that monitors that. Again, we don't believe in hate speech, and we don't believe in anything that incites violence. So, but actually, what I really like to talk about is knife crime, which actually affects all of us every single day. I mean, there's teenagers being stabbed in the streets every single week, and yet no one's talking about that solutions. No one's talking about putting police on the streets.
I completely.
On the topic,
I know what you're talking about.
On the topic of policing.
You were talking about freedom of speech, which is the one thing.
As my publicist said, I've actually got a commitment, as you said, 20 minutes. So we're just after the hour. So Howard's just giving me a shake here. So look, we can pick this up at another time. But I really appreciate the time, guys, and we can pick this up next time we talk. All right, thank you very much.
There we go. That is Brian Rose, the mayoral candidate who is avoiding scrutiny. I'm going to put up right now. I have the emails. This says 30 minutes. Right now, here we go. Right now, the time. Oh, no, that's not what I want. The time right now, 5:33. We started at 5:10. I can give you the emails for that. And he said 30 minutes. So Brian Rose, the mayoral candidate, is avoiding scrutiny. He cannot answer the question, and he's avoiding scrutiny. I don't think he answered well a single one of our questions there, and he left. He left the meeting because his press advisor, that's Howard Bowen, his press advisor said that he had to leave. Now, I'm sure he had a very valid reason to leave.